Hello, everyone, and welcome back to BFW 2401, introductory slide number 2. Now, this is just a continuation of the first introductory slides, which, as I said before, you are not responsible about it. It's only 3 slides, and they discuss very important issue in credit risk, which is the credit scoring. The reason I'm discussing this credit scoring separately, it was actually part of the main slide, but I don't want you to be responsible about it in this context. We will talk later on in the 27th slide, which is the main slides of this week, about these credit scoring for firms and business loans. So it's actually based on this concept. And let me share and explain this credit scoring issue because it will be easier for us to understand later on. Again, you are not responsible about those slides for any future assessment. It's just for the sake of understanding the credit scoring concept. Now, let me share, please. And this is the slides. So this is actually the credit scoring issue. And we are talking about introductory slide 2. So in any life, in loans, we have what we call, when we have an application, we have a judgmental approach, which means we will take the loan and we will start to discuss it either in the credit department or credit officer, or if it is high exposure, we can bring it to the ELCO, Asset Liability Committee, and discuss it. But if we are talking about those retail loans, or we are talking about business loans that are standardized, we have already what we call statistical model or quantitative model. Now, quantitative model is based on the concept of credit scoring method, which means we don't know and we don't care who is the borrower. We just take information about him, and based on previous modeling, we can build a benchmark and say whether this customer can be whether the loan be accepted or not accepted. And this is why sometimes you go to some of those, what you call petrol stations, gas stations, and you find some people from those huge banks like HSBC, OSPS, Maybank, maybe a public bank, distributing those applications for what we call credit cards. They don't ask who you are. They just give you, and you can apply both those information. They will take the information, and then they will process it. If you, bunch score those requirements, they will give you the loan. Otherwise, you can find them in malls or whatever. We don't go even to the banks sometimes. And this is because they use advanced credit scoring methods. And let me tell you what is the credit scoring method. Now, look at this example, and I have problem. If you look at this, assuming down you are in the bank, and you are actually, this is 3 applications. Application 1 from Oshong. Oshong is an applicant for, we have another one from Ali, and we have another one from Meteo. Now, we have all this information. They filled this information in the application. And therefore, if you can see the if you see the information, we take information actually about their occupation, income, other income, how many dependents they have, whether they have car loans or no, how old they are, and what assets they have. And we can look for some other information, and we want to see they are applying for housing loans, which is, this guy is asking for 440, the 240, and 136. And then we will see whether they have, we know the loan, it's the purchase price of 550, but valuation report shows it's 650. And we will pay them only LVR, which is the loan value ratio, okay, which is 80%. We are just paying 44 out of these amounts. And we know the loan is duration for 10 years. They will pay us around 4,000, this guy, this 1,005. And collateral, it's just, you know, housing loan. So it is a housing loan, this is a mortgage. So the house is actually the mortgage. So if I live, and this is what I have done with my classes last time. If I leave you and tell you which one would you like, Ishong, Ali, or Matthew? Now you will see the information of everyone. This guy is actually doing very good business here. And, you know, they are selling around 100 plates of chiquit, of the Chequitois, which is, I searched about it, it's around 15 ringgits. Now, if they are selling 15 ringgits, so they are making around 1,500, 45,000 a month. This is just the minimum. And food business, you know, at least you get 50% profit. He's actually doing well. But the family is big. He has 5 children, and all of them are in college, which is taking other expenses. He has a loan of 100,000. He's 45, okay. He still have long age. He has shop lot. You know, this is other information, is scary a little bit. He likes gambling. It looks like this. And the housing 44,000, as I told you, this information I already told you about it. Now, Ali is okay. He has 10,000, which is not a big amount for this big family, 2 wives and around 7 girls. The wives are not working. He has an installment of 2,000 for the car. His age is okay. This age is also okay. All of them are okay in terms of age. The loan is 230, less than this one. He has to pay around 1,500. This guy has only 2,005. He's, you know, he has overtime. So he has 3,000K, 3.5K. And he has a wife, 3 children, not working, you know. And if I tell you, and I tell everyone now, as you listening to this recording, which one you will take if you are a credit officer? I am sure, I have thought about it many times, and they come to too many opinions, depends on my mood. And it depends on my thinking and my status of thinking and my perspective and things and information. Sometimes I say, you know what, I will just approve Ishong and Ali, and this guy seems very, you know, the loan 136, he has a car loan and he has this wife and he doesn't have any actual income. Probably he will default. And sometimes I say, no, he maybe increase his income, maybe I accept the 3. And sometimes I say, this guy, I don't know how much he pays in, you know, in Gentings, a very risky guy. And this business is just a private business. And sometimes I say, okay, I will just disclaim 3 of them. And sometimes I say, no, maybe I just accept this guy. And then I say, because of Genting, maybe I will accept only Ali and reject the 2. So as you can see, it's just my opinion. And if we are in a meeting, me and you, and we are in the credit, you know, either in the committee or we are in just, you know, credit officers and we are discussing this issue, we will have different opinions. And that's okay to have different opinions. It's very okay. It's the nature of humans. Now, to avoid all of this discussion, my opinion and your opinion and all this opinion, this is called judgmental, which when you talk, it's based, if you can speak better than me and you can make stronger arguments, you can actually convince me to take this one or this one or this one, or take the three or reject the three. So it depends on arguments. So this is judgmental. We already left this long time ago. We don't do retail loans based on judgments. We don't do, all standardized loans based on judgment. We use what you call credit scoring, which is very, very scientific, quantitative one. Let me introduce you to the credit scoring. Look, it starts with 3 stages. Bank will set up a credit scoring system using records of past loans. So we will take the characteristics of we will take all the loans that has been defaulted during the last 10 years, 20 years, for example, the credit card. I will take credit cards. And in this case, I will evaluate all those people based on those information and more. I will take all this information if they really matters. And I will put some scores and weights for each component of this. Maybe here, the income will be the most important one for me. And then after that, I will set the hurdle. I say, okay, whoever scores, for example, some type of score, I will give him the loan. More than that, less than that. More than that, I will give the loan. Less than that, I will reject the loan. And they don't have to see this is based on my information, and I believe the behavior of the borrowers will continue in the future based on all those information. Now, it has these advantages and disadvantages, but let me give you an example. This is a credit card. Now, this credit card, if you can see, I have taken the total scores for this one based on my survey for the last 10 years of credit cards. You can do this for housing loans, you can do this for credit cards, you can do this for personal loans. And when we go and to the main slides and we talk about the business loans, we will use the financial information incorporated in the financial statements to decide. So this, for example, as you can see, this the profession. I will take the profession first, the line of work, and I give it 10, 8, 7, 5, 4, 2 marks. The total marks for this one is 43. If you add this 10 plus 6, 2, 4, 4, 10, 5, and 2, you will find it to be 43 marks actually. Now, how did I decide this? It's based on research. How do I decide this to be 20 and 43? It's based on research and some weighting now and some systems. So I will give this 10 if it is professional or business, skilled worker 8, 7, 5. So I'm taking professional, I'm talking about the housing status. I'm taking how many telephones they have, which is an indication of, and whether they have a fixed phone, doesn't have a fixed phone. Their family, how big the family, because they have spending for too many people or less people. How they are active with us, bank accounts. And we can have the credit rating. They give us all, Bank Niagara provide us, and any central bank give you all this information about blacklisted people, not blacklisted people, people have defaulted before. All of this information is there. And we will have the length of time in the current job. Is he fresh graduate? Is he stable in his job? All these things. And they will have a length of time at current address. Okay, this is also very important. And then we will add, if it is 28 point or less, we reject the loan. And if it's 29 to 30, we extend it to 500, 1,000, and you continue with this. This is just an example. So coming back here, as you say, as I told you, it's 3-step. Bank will set up a credit scoring based on this system. Now they will set the hurdle, like the 28, and the bank can access a new loan and can assess new applications based on that. So this guy, which I told you, or this young lady or young man who met you in the petrol station or gas station and give you an application for credit card, or they may you have seen them. I have been seeing HSBC people in Mega Mall and all these areas. For international students, Mega Mall is the biggest mall here. We have so many malls. You can find them also on Sunway in so many places. So they will give you an application. You fill the application and they put this application. You will provide all those information, if this is like the profession, the housing status, the telephone, all these things, and they will put it in the system and they will just call you, the loan is approved or not approved. You come to the bank only to show them your ID and you are the person who actually applied. That's it. And this is very, very quantitative one. And this information and these characteristics have been developed actually on the defaulting history. Why I'm including this item and this item and this item? This is actually was created by some type of what we call regressions. And in these regressions, they will tell you which is the most important factor and the less important factor in defaulting, and then you will add them there. And whether that's positive or negative. I don't know whether you know about what we call regressions, linear regression, but linear regression will tell you that defaulting is function of so many factors. And if you can see and you can analyze and get the factors that actually affect the defaulting, or what is the function, what defaulting is function of what factors, like here we say professional, owners, telephone, all these issues, then in this case you can evaluate, and then you don't have to worry. Just fill the application, we put it there, accept or reject. That is the end of end slide 2, and it was important to introduce this. This, as I told you, was part of the slides we had before, and therefore I take it out so you don't have to worry about it. But I recommend you take that, think about it, because it will help us when we go to the main discussions. Thank you very much, and see you on the main slides. Let me end this. Bye-bye.